Hello everyone, Scooter here, and welcome back to more of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Last time, I had a rant about Koroks, as I talked about boulder breakers and weapons and some advanced tactics, and now, we're going to get into a fight here for a treasure chest, while I attempt to talk about sneaking. Keyword, attempt. This will be fun. Alright, so hey, remember that whole sneaking thing? We're going to kind of use that to our benefit. I say use that to our benefit, but I think we just alerted the horde anyway. Come into contact. Contact! Good thing I have more bow. Good thing I have more wooden bows. No. I like how you stole your captain's weaponry, by the way. Ow. Okay, good shot. Sorry, I'm very focused up to make sure I get these shots off. Okay, take this shot and get a quick heal. Now, thankfully, I'm gonna eat all these baked goods. These baked goods really quick. There we go. Perfect. So these captains, I'm gonna ignore my own device, by the way. Hey, give me that wooden box club. That's gonna break so easily. Anyway. God, that was actually kind of risky. So these kind of encampments, they'll appear in more ways that you're more familiar with as you go throughout the game. But encampments like this can be strewn throughout the land of Hyrule. Also, I'm going to do something dumb. And put a board on my wooden shield. Make the shield strength a little bit better. There'll be little encampments like this strewn throughout Hyrule that have a treasure chest that, like you saw, was purple. Basically, it's a defeat all enemies room. Defeat all enemies, you get a chest for your reward. The reward, hey, I talked about this earlier, are opals. Now, I'll talk in more detail about what a lot of gemstones do as we find them. If I don't mention, can I get this? Oh, I can't get this. Well, let me gather as much as I can. I'm full on broadswords. Pretty sure this will break after like a hit because it's what it is. I actually want to do something funny if I can. Okay, never mind. That won't work. I figured because it was a wooden crate, it would actually break a lot easier. But we're going to do something dumb here really quick just to show how dumb this fuse mechanic is. So, let's go ahead and destroy the fuse material on a weapon. Right now, it's just a box. It's nothing big. Don't worry about it. Be careful doing this, and be careful that you make sure you are selecting the correct weapon, because I found in the past that when I'm going to the weapons menu here, even though you want to hover over your currently used, or how is it? You want to go to a specific weapon, a lot of times the game will go to just a random weapon, and if you're not paying attention, you'll destroy the material on a fused weapon that you actually want to keep on that weapon. Those numbers you see down there, the wooden box giving +1 to the attack power of this weapon, I've had things happen in the past where I've accidentally destroyed something that gave +48 attack power to a weapon. That was hard to obtain. Make sure you have the correct item selected before you select destroy fused material. And then it destroys it. Now, again, me showing you dumb things that can happen with this game. Hey, you want a sword? Because you can make a sword. I have a long sword. Anyway, let's bust out this Soldier Reaper, because that sword is our strongest weapon. I kind of have this issue unless I know I'm actually gonna finish the game. I will have a habit of keeping my strongest weapon in the back until like it calls for it. Basically, a too good to use clump. Anyway, with minecarts, let's go ahead and fuse it up. But I'm gonna show you something kind of funny that the game never talks about. And we'll use a wooden shield for this. So, there are a couple ways you can handle this. The way the game would like you to handle it is to hop into this minecart. I'm going to do this in this way just to try and show it. Is to hop into this minecart, smack the fan, and have it power you. Or, Tony Hawk that stuff. I will continue that path in just a moment, but because the game wants you to get on this minecart would like you to get on this minecart and basically power it that way. I want to see something else because I heard rumor from friends that you can just do that without. Oh, so you can. I guess it works with any shield. But if you do it with a shield with a minecart on it, I don't think it decreases the durability of the shield. So we're gonna do it like this. The ace of spades! The ace of spades! Oh. Man, I miss Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Good Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Actually, I haven't played a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game since Thug 2. Or no, I played Project 8. I gotta remember that. Hello. You will light in order to proceed. Do you know about have any bright bloom seeds? I have plenty of bright bloom seeds. So, bright bloom seeds, we have been gathering these all the time. You can pause this if you want to read the other text, but I'm going to teach you what it does specifically. So, bright bloom seeds. They're basically your torches. You know Minecraft, torches. So much like that, how we threw things earlier. I think we threw choo-choo jelly, or we threw something earlier. I forget what. Bright bloom seeds, when thrown or struck with a weapon or tied to the front of an arrow and shot, create an illumination effect. Basically, you hit it with something, it becomes bright. Also, there's these weird looking ores here. I would recommend you break these ores to get Zonaite. Zonaite will be a very valuable resource that we'll be using a lot of throughout our adventure, especially if we're planning to go for, well, as I probably have mentioned several times over, 100%, or get as close to it as possible. Now, thankfully, the game is nice, and they're actually giving us... Right, I've already done that. The game is nice, and they're actually been giving us a lot of... They're giving us a lot of wooden sticks. They're giving us a lot of wooden sticks and rocks in order to make hammers, which I'm going to go ahead and just make another one really quick. But the Zonaite we're going to gather here will be very crucial to how we will handle things. Now, I will tell you right now, there's some Zonaite over here by this robot. Not these ore deposits of Zonaite, rather. But the ones that they're currently shoveling. Certain robots, as we go... there's facilities like this we see throughout the game, we can stop at in order for them to turn Zonaite into other materials. We can't do anything with that right now. Not even close. But when that time comes up, I'll talk about it in more detail. Just know, if you see a facility like this as we go throughout our adventures, and I will make sure to highlight it, we will be abusing it. Now, much like the other ore deposits we've seen around Hyrule, excuse me, much like I'm gonna leave him be. I'm not hitting a lot of the. If a robot is interacting with something, I tend not to interact. I won't interact with it because they'll basically give you the tutorial. They're basically gonna. This one's basically like, oh hey, do you know about breaking rocks? This is a tutorial. Unfortunately, we would have to take in order to take those items. Hi. This is a minecart station. Excavated resource can be transported from here. Could it be that you have forgotten to bring Zonaite capsules? What's a Zonaite capsule? You have forgotten yours, or perhaps you may not even know what I mean. Zonaite capsules are convenient means of carrying portable Zonaite devices. It is unfortunate that you seem to have none. I will lend you a few spares. And he gives us the fans that are on the table over here. If you grab the fan, it will initiate this tutorial. So you basically are locked to this tutorial regardless. So, Zonai capsules, Zonai devices. Zonai capsules carry Zonai devices. I think the robot was mentioning it there slightly, but I will reiterate what they are saying. Sorry. I am dumb American. I use male pronouns by default. We now have a tab, our final tab here of Zonai devices. If you take out a Zonai device, which you can hit decrease the X button to put it back away before you return to the game. The moment you exit this menu, whatever Zonai devices you have elected to take out, they are out of the box. They are out of the box. They cannot be put back in the box. So if you're going to use a Zonai device, choose them wisely. But now that we've done that, let's go ahead and head on our trek. And this little excursion has taught us about Zonai ore, Zonai crystals, and more advanced mechanics of, well, building. Now, we are going to come up on something here. Also, this is basically your last check to see if you've missed anything coming up here. As we reach this area up here, hello, Rauru. Turn off. The time bells that sounds from the Temple of Time rings at a set time each morning and evening. Along with the constructs, we woke to the sound of the bell. When we heard it in the evening, we knew it was time to rest. It also played its part in our traditional ceremonies. In a way, it was this place's beating heart. The sights of the temple and the sounds of the bell stir fond memories in me. Now gathering up... Wait, hold on. You're not in the ground. Okay, you're not. Sunset Fireflies. I don't think there's any side... Much like, unlike Breath of the Wild, I don't think there are any side quests in this game that require the Sunset Butterflies. Sunset Fireflies, sorry. But, once again, if you see it, good chance you want to pick it up. What is... Oh, those are entrances to the next area. Okay. We're going to let that... Bugger. We're going to let that be, but we're also going to do something here. Now, this large device here, for lack of a better term, it's a gachapon. A gachapon. A gashapon. For these, you'll want to take out your Zonai charges. And just drop them in. Each Zonai charge you drop in will yield 2 Zonai capsules. And a portable pot, which these actually have more uses. And I will speak of it like engineering or building. These actually have more uses than just to be an emergency quick meal prep thing. They actually have suspension properties, like proper wheel suspension, like a car. Let's see, a flame emitter. That would be good to put on a shield. Fan, fan, pot, fan, pot, 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 fan, pot, fan, pot, fan, pot, fan, pot. So, I will tell you, it is a good idea to use these once and also to go near them whenever you see them throughout the game. To, like, walk near them on the map so they show up on your minimap. Why? Because when you mouse over them, it will tell you what is still available within that dispensary. So say you want something specific for a Zonai device, you can go to that dispenser that dispenses them and try and get them out. Yes, it is a gachapon, so it's very much a gamble to get what you want. And they are also in limited supply until a key event happens, which I will make sure to point out when it does happen. But when key event X happens, these will then restock. Now, if you'll excuse me for just a moment, I'm going to go explore something that... Wait, it says I've been in there. Why does it say I've been in there? I don't think I've ever been in there. Mashing the dash button is a bad idea. Speaking of bad ideas, don't go through that gate. At least not right now. Do not go through that gate. I'm curious... Oh, no, I haven't. I just can't tell how maps work. I just realized something about that last cave. Well, I can't go back to it easily right now anyway. First things first. Oh, no, that's actually proper progress. First things first, come over here, grab yourself a bunch of spicy peppers. Grab as many as you are able to get your hands on starting off here, even stealing the ones from this robot here. I'm all set. I've got this. I don't want you to talk to you. I'm taking all your peppers. So before you set out here, we're going to do a little bit of cooking. Oh, hey, this. Let me get my stick. So throughout the game... Oh, God, I hope this doesn't make me a liar. Oh, wait, what's... Ah, there we go. So as you go throughout the game, you will see these cave entrances. We'll have to go back to that other cave entrance just to show us, but... When you... On your mini-map that you can see in the lower left there, and I'll do this on the map too. When you see these, cave markers, or it says a cave here, in every cave is one of the aforementioned bubble frogs. I would highly suggest, well, you want to destroy every, you want to make sure you seek out every bubble frog. Dang it, I broke a blight bloom. Fright bloom. Seek out every cave, or when you do get into a cave, I know how to throw materials. I've already shown the people how to throw them. When you go into a cave, seek out little nooks and crannies to find those bubble frogs. Ah, good. We have an extra ruby. I might be able to show this off, actually. So, seek out little extra nooks and crannies in caves and find where the bubble frogs are hiding. There is a bubble frog in each and every cave in this game. And when you do find the bubble frog in the cave you're in will get a little check mark on it. So that's why I said I may have to go back to the mining cave in a minute, because I may have missed something. But going back there right now is a bit of a no, actually it won't be, as long as my stuff is still there. Now I'm exploring in here a little bit, because oddly enough, I don't think I've actually really explored this cave. Bat. Not this one. My weapon that's mostly broken. I think I'm using the wrong stick again. No, well... yeah, whatever. I'm already breaking it in, aren't I? Oh, this just loops back around to down there. Okay. So yeah, every cave you go in... every one of these caves you go in throughout the entire game, will have a bubble frog in it. The cave... if you want to complete the cave, you have to destroy the bubble frog. That's literally how it is. Now I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to turn immediately back around because that is cold area. We cannot survive in cold area. At least not very well. We're going to head back out to where we were before, and I think I'm actually going to detour. This may be the first of a few cuts, but I think I may actually detour back to that previous cave. Or, no, I'm going to take a pit stop here. I recommend, even though I said hold on to one of everything, well, I'm still going to hold on to one pepper, but cook up a bunch of peppers. Not for the health benefit, but for the cold resistance. In a short amount of time, you will need a bunch of this cold resistance. With what we've cooked together, right now we have 20 minutes so we can stay... we'll have 20 minutes we can last in the cold area coming up. I guess I could talk about that while I'm on the way back, because I may not have a chance to talk about it in the future because I don't build too much in this game. Those gachapons and all of the gems that you'll get from them, or all the goodies you'll get from them, don't, unless you plan on like having emergency moments while traveling. Unless you think you're going to have emergency moments while traveling. Also, I'm going to turn this off just so I don't go shooting off the rail. Unless you think you're going to have an emergency moment while traveling throughout the land of Hyrule, on whatever devices you put together, don't worry about holding on the Zonai charges super close. You'll actually be surprised how much Zonai you're left with at the end of it. Oh, hey, Zonai crystals. You'll be surprised how much Zonai charges you'll be left with at the end of your journey. I think my personal file, I've got, well, we haven't seen a Zonai charge. We haven't seen a particular type of Zonai charge, which is the only other one. So I'll keep it coy. Well, I will tell you there's two different types. I think at the end of my journey, my personal playthrough, I think I had... sorry, I'm looking around now for the little nook and cranny where the bubble frog will be hiding. I think I had 230 some odd Zonai crystal or Zonai charges and 47 of a different Zonai charge. I had a lot because I didn't use them on the machines, so I'm probably going to play a little loosey-goosey with my charges as we get there. But yeah, I'm going to play a little fast and loose with my charges. Is that just... sorry, I'm like very... I'm very dead set on finding this bubble frog in here now. But yeah, basically, I'm telling you this because I would like to say, hey, use up as many and all of your Zonai charges as possible as you go throughout the game. Because if you have certain things as we go throughout the journey, You really don't need to worry about hanging on to them for later use. Never mind, it's just chilling on the ceiling. Well, actually, let's talk about this really quick. Personal assistant. I need to make sure to mute that thing. Certain items that you can put on your arrows and other weapons have different properties. Like, I believe key swings here, when attached to your arrow, not only give it a little more power, but also distance. Or I guess flight distance. This is probably the best use of key swings I have found in the game, and I'm only finding out about them now. Also, I guess stuff just stays around. Did I break something? No, I haven't. Well, I feel better about that now. So I will tell you that, you know, you can put anything on an arrow, and I mean anything, as dumb as it is. You can put this construct horn on your arrow. It'll give it like a +5 attack power once. So usually these construct horns and things that look like blades, you'll probably want to attach them to swords. But hey, you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to judge you, nor do I have the ability to cast judgment. You can play the game however you want.
What I can cast judgment on, though, is that this is the end of the episode. That made no sense. I'm sticking with it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.